would you recommend people play Ravenfeast?
Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Tabletop Review. My name is Dylan and today I'm here with Zach and we are reviewing the new game by Little Wars TV, Ravenfeast. I came into this review really wanting to love this game and to give them a glowing review because I love what Little Wars TV do. I watch every single one of their videos and I really thought that this would be amazing. But sadly, I was disappointed. And we'll go a bit more into detail. Just to explain to you, we're using the same system to rate the game as always. So 5 categories, not all categories are equal. So let's jump right into it with presentations. Zach, what did you think about their presentation?
Well, I don't think it's a bad presentation. I think it's pretty okay. But with the amount of cash that they get from this game, which is completely free, and how they're releasing it, so they're releasing it so everyone can just play, I think it's really good. So I think they did an amazing job without having to, hire thousands of illustrator and everything. For sure, it's almost impossible for a smaller company to do so. But, I think they did an amazing job with what they had.
Yeah, same thing. I think they did an amazing job with the presentation. When I first saw it, I was impressed, really. For a game with a small team like this, that's one of their really strong points. They nailed the presentation, in my opinion.
I gave them a 7 out of 10.
And I gave them an 8 out of 10 for presentation. Next, playability. What did you think about the playability of this game?
Well, I think the game is so easy to learn. And as I told you before this video, for me, this game is the perfect game if you want to introduce someone to wargaming that has no experience in other system. And for that, I gave them a 10 out of 10 for playability. Rules are super clear. It's simple. Everyone can play. You could play with your 9-year-old nephew and it would work as well as if you're playing with anyone else. So yeah, for playability, I gave them a perfect score. I think they did an amazing job to make the game really easy. And that's good for me, in my opinion. And playability.
I also gave them a 10 for playability because it's what the game is designed for. It's on the cover of the book. It's in their videos. They made this game to introduce people to wargaming. And by design, they made the game super simple. Even with just the reference sheet, you can play. But then we get into the mechanics. The mechanics are really, really lacking, in my opinion. I don't know what you thought about it, Zach.
I think it's just too simple of a game to be interesting. It's entry level to a point where you would need to have never played any role-playing game, never played any board game, and then you want to introduce someone who the last board game they've played is Monopoly in the 50s, and you want to introduce them to wargaming. Yeah, the system can work, but it's too simple. There's not enough depth.
One of the problems with the mechanics is since the units have a fixed number that they need to get on the dice, and they're only using one 6-sided dice, it makes the probabilities a bit wonky. They compensate for it with the points that the units cost. It doesn't feel good when you're using a unit that has a stat of 2. Basically, you have 32% chance to hit, and if you're attacking someone with an armor score of 5, they have 30% chance to fail. One leader with a good armor can decimate tons of small units, and it doesn't feel good to play the small units.
Well, it's just frustrating to play a game in which you can. It's supposed to be a tactical game, but for a good tactical game, even the worst unit need to be at least able to, do something on the field, because if they're not contributing to their army, well, you just better go without them at all.
Let's go with the Lion Rampant as an example. So for units that are weaker in Lion Rampant, what they do is they make the units all grouped into one. They all attack at once. That way, when you roll for the whole formation, only 30% of them hit. But at least you hit.
Yeah, exactly. Which is something you want in a game.
In this game, you can have an archer alone by himself shooting, and he only hits once every 10 times. So for mechanics, I gave them a 3 out of 10.
I gave them a 2 out of 10 for the same reason. It's just too simple. Why would you play a game like that when there's so much choice of even free game that give way more depth, and some of them are not that harder to learn, some wargaming.
Or even chess.
Yeah.
Chess is a ultra simplified war game.
Yeah, there's way more depth in chess than in this game.
Exactly. That's the issue.
Yeah. One of the things I really like for a game is a game that is easy to learn and hard to master. This game is just easy to learn. Now let's go into immersion. So, Dayton, what did you think about immersion?
I think it was good for immersion. They give some interesting mechanics that make it feel like you're a Viking. So the shield wall mechanics, the epic kills mechanic, that makes it feel like you're a Jarl commanding your warband. It's really limited to what's there because, again, there's not a lot of mechanics.
So for immersion, for me, I have to go in a different way because I want to be as equal that I was with Black Seas, because we just reviewed Black Seas a while back. I said the game had good immersion because of how the weight of the boat felt and everything. But I gave the game a lower score in many situations because I thought that most of the information they were giving in the book were just any information you could get on Wikipedia. I'm going to say the same thing for Ravenfeast. I think that even if the book is well designed, it's not immersive because the mechanics are too simple. So you feel like you're playing a game. You don't feel like you're in the game. And the information that you feel that are good for immersion for me are not, because it's just basic information that you can get anywhere. So if you have even the basic knowledge of history, this game is not good for immersion because you can't even redo an actual battle that was done in this period and make it feel realistic because of the mechanics. How much did you give them, Dylan?
So I gave it a 6 for immersion.
So I gave it a 4. As I said, most of this information is not immersive because you can just get it anywhere.
I like the scenarios. Fight for honor. They have two leaders fight together for honor, and when their warband sees their leader failing, they jump in to help him. When I first read it, I was like, oh, that feels like something Vikings would do.
Yeah, for sure. But I'll have to disagree because this is an issue that I have with most wargaming. I think scenarios are too simple.
And then we have the support category. They don't have a forum, but their website is beautiful. The book itself supports a lot the new players. The information in the book about how to create your terrain, how to paint your minis and all of that, I don't know how relevant it is. Because for me, I would just not read it and go on YouTube and watch how to paint videos or how to build terrain videos.
Well, I think it's good for support since it's a free game. It's good resources for players because you can click on the link and it will just bring you to this different website. And I think it's good to have all these resources at the same space. That's the thing we need to realize sometimes is that there's a lot of people who watch D&D video, who watch wargaming video, but I've never played. I was watching a video from Puffin Forrest who was saying that he discovered D&D through D&D videos.
But I'm guessing Critical Role converted a lot of people to role-playing.
Yeah, I think this is one of the big reasons why 5e is so popular, is because all these people just show the game and talk about it. So I think that that was their effort from Little Wars TV. They have a lot of good videos, right? They have a great YouTube channel.
Yeah, Little Wars TV have amazing content for wargaming. When I watch their videos, I'm like, how come they're not more popular than that?
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna link them in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to them.
Obviously.
For sure.
It can be inspiring for someone that doesn't know wargaming to see such a nice table laid out with thousands of miniatures on them. By the way, for support, the fact that they make videos to explain their game, that's great support.
Which is something we need to do too, but...
Coming soon!
So what I would say, yeah, for me, it's... I think the reason why they made this game, they realize people watch their video and sometimes they don't know how to start wargaming. So they wanted to make a game that you can just pick up and start wargaming even if you have never done it. From a mechanical standpoint, from a base standpoint, we both kind of hate that game. But everything that's around the game is just amazing.
They have other games, mainly Age of Hannibal. I wanted to take a look at it, but it's mainly for 6mm, and I have no 6mm figures. For support, I gave them an 8 out of 10.
I gave them the same score. I would say the same thing about our game, so that's fine. Like, I would hate as much on my own game that I hate on other game, just so we're clear. If I would be to review my game right now, it wouldn't even have a hate on support, so, you know.
There's a lot of things that we would not have a great score right now on our game. My total score was a 67.
And I gave them a 59. So for me, it was, you know, presentation was good, playability is good, support is great. Mechanics and immersions, I can't do that. I know Dylan gave them a higher score in immersion.
Again, guys, go and see Little Wars TV's channel.
Subscribe.
Because they make amazing content.
Do.
Don't let this review of their game discourage you from checking them out. I just had very high expectations for this game and the expectations were met.
Would you recommend people play Ravenfeast? Okay, so I'll start. So from what we just said, I do recommend people to play Ravenfeast if they have never played any other wargame. If you're a wargaming or RPG veteran, don't play that game. It's too simple right now. It doesn't have anything new. So only if you want to introduce some of your friends to wargaming and they have no experience in tabletop, yeah, great game.
If you don't know anyone who plays any role-playing or any war games, and you want to try a war game, you can try this one out. It's going to be free, and it's going to be easy for you to learn. But after a few games, move on to something else. If you know anyone that plays any war game or any role-playing game, try out something else. If I have a friend that wants to try out wargaming, I'm going to show them Black Seas, or I'm going to show them Lion Rampant. Both of them are simple, and they're much more interesting, in my opinion. That's going to be it for us today. Please make sure to check out our miniatures on My Mini Factory. If you're interested in knowing more about Battle for Diratia, you can look up our website where there's a bit more info, or our Patreon to support us. And please give us feedback on Battle for Diratia. We're saying it's an alpha because we're actively working on it. That's how we support our game right now. We support it to the point that every single person that gives us feedback for Battle for Diratia, we listen to it and we look into fixing the game based on their feedback.
Now I'll just go into the links because that's important, and then I'll pass the ball to Dylan. So for the links, as usual, we have like hundreds of links in the description. Click them all just for fun. Why not? We have stuff that is so obscure that nobody will ever click on it. If you have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I don't know, Deezer, Apple Music, YouTube Music, YouTube. I already said YouTube, but that's fine. We have links for everyone. So come get your links there in the description. And also don't forget to subscribe to Little Wars TV.
Please share this video with your friends. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.